My company is mandating return to office after many years fully remote, and people want to know why I'm so mad about it. Maybe it's because today I sat in a meeting for over an hour while I listened to the CEO and senior executives brag about record growth, record sales, record everything. Meanwhile, in the past 4 years, we have only gotten raises for 2 of those years. Raises that do not keep up with inflation. I was in a meeting with the CEO where he was working remotely from a hotel, but I'm expected to drive over an hour every day to do the same clickety clacking that I can do right here from my house. One of those senior executives bragged about all the traveling he's been able to do. Meanwhile, my family's barely scraping by. Return to office will cost me and my family over $13,000 a year. It's a pay cut. Continuing the work from home culture that we've had for the entire 7 years I've been with this company costs the company literally $0. It costs them $0 to keep us happy, but it will cost me $13,000 to commute.
A lot of people are going to find out the hard way, and you're going to see people crying and complaining about the layoffs that is going to come along with not participating in company culture. When we were during, happening during the pandemic, and people, it was a lot of companies that had the option of whether or not you wanted to come in or you wanted to stay home. And I was cool with either way as far as people that was asking me whether they should go in. And one of the things that I was telling my bag chasers was if you want to separate yourself from the people that either A is eventually going to be let go, or B, you was looking to create some visibility with upper management that will then put you in a position to be able to get promotions and grow and everything like that, then go in. Go in without them mandating you do so, right? Because I know it's going to be some people that disagree with this. And that's cool because I'm not looking to tell you the thing that you want to hear. I'm looking to tell you the truth. Then go into the job to separate yourself, and you have the opportunity to create some visibility. Whereas it's going to be empty inside of the place. Some people take advantage of it, some people didn't, some people benefited from it, some people not so much. But what you're going to see happen going forward is that it's going to be two things. Number one, you're going to have to separate yourself from the herd. It's not enough anymore to just be able to get in and see what's going to happen and sit around and just chill. Nah, everything is changing going forward. It's already happening right under your feet. Automation is going to separate the haves from the have nots. While you're there for doing whatever job that you got to do, you need to be educating yourself and putting yourself in a position to take advantage of whatever the future is, requiring as far as what jobs is going to be going forward. I don't care if you're working in a plant. I don't care if you're doing a call center job. I don't care if you're doing some office remote. People want people in the office. They want collaboration. They want to see what your productivity is. They want all of that. Now, you know, it's easy to say, well, it's going to save them more money if we work from home. You don't know that. You don't know what the true reason is why they're doing that. And it's interesting that people say that because if you knew better, then you would be the one that was running the company. And you can't compare yourself to an executive. You can't compare yourself to a person that's at the top of the totem pole. As a person myself, that is I don't want to say retiring because I'm always open to the possibility of if that bag is crazy enough. But as a person that is already decided that my last day in corporate America, for this second go round, I retired in 2019. A lot of people don't know that. September 2019, I retired. I decided that, you know, I had enough. Everything was great. My businesses was booming. I sold the restaurant. The video is still up if you want to go and look at it. And then I got an offer that I couldn't refuse. A while later, I think it was maybe a year or two later or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I got an offer that I couldn't refuse, and it was 100% remote. And it largely came from somebody that I knew in corporate America that I had did business with before. And I just went in to go and check out what they was doing and check on them and stuff like that. And so I gave them my insight, and then they said, Anton, you got to become a part of the organization, and they gave me some crazy incentives and equity in the company and all of this stuff. And it's for a relatively large size bank. I'll talk about it after I officially retire. Still don't need to get doxxed all the way through the 31st of this year. But and I get a crazy, breakout. I had the opportunity to stay with the company and go into the office in another division. And I decided that that was it. I had already overstayed my welcome well over a year, year and a half or something like that. as far as what I anticipated being there, but they incentivized me to stay, and they will pay for talent that they really want, but I decided that it is going to infringe on what I got going on from a business perspective outside of that. And the visibility is getting a little bit too crazy, and I don't want to move up in the company. So, I had to make my own decision. But my point is that there's a lot of people that did not want to get let go because a division of the company sold, and they did not want to get let go, but they had been working from home for a long time. I think upwards of whenever the pandemic started, 2020, something like that. But there is a mandate to start going in. And one of the reasons why it's going to be a mandate is not just because they think that you are efficient, it's because they need to trim heads and they need to pare down some of these divisions, and they need to separate the people that they actually want to work with from the people that they don't before they start laying off. And the way that they do that is to see what the sentiment is or natural attrition. Okay. The people that are willing to come in, the people that get negged out, that's one of the classic ways you can get people out of there, is to get them to quit or to get them to go with a different position or to get them to say, I'm not coming in. And that's through natural attrition. That means that you decide that it's not best for you. You want to move on. And so they mandating for people to come in. That's going to start happening with the federal government. All of these government jobs, now that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy is going to be doing an audit of the government. If you not coming into the office, they're going to separate the haves from the have-nots because that is a privilege. That is not a right. Most of y'all, when y'all got into these jobs, you signed in to come into this job and you said that you was going to do it and you was happy to be there. You was thankful. You was praising God. You had prayed to God for that. You was happy to go into the office. You got content. You got used to it. And now you saying that it's a mandate, but you just need to be thankful that you got a job. And if you want to get to the next level, you're going to have to educate yourself. You're going to have to find another position, or you're going to have to level up and then grow within the company or outside of the company, because they'll pay you to leave more than they will to stay if you are a valuable participant. But it's funny that I'm looking at this woman because right before I had y'all sent me this, y'all sent me a completely different conversation. Same day, same week, somebody saying that they got laid off from their work from home job while she over there looking privileged.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, you're going to be receiving some information about unemployment insurance. So, at this time, you may stop working. I know it's unfortunate timing. I think you had to leave for the day too. So, whenever you can this weekend, or at your convenience, you can get your equipment ready to send back.
I just got let go from my job. I just got let go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now that I've calmed down a little bit, I'm gonna look for another job like right now.
She's in a whole nother room.
Start submitting those applications. If anyone's hiring for remote user admin, I can work in Compass. I know certain things about Gus or about other programs. I have a child. So my schedule is kind of specific. I need to be there to pick him up from school.
Crazy. Hair,
Or to
toe
bring
up,
him to
everything.
school is more important. Bring him to school.
Just completely
But
lose
if anyone's
control of
hiring
yourself once you work from home and you ain't got to show up no more.
User admin or anything.
A lot of y'all are feeling very privileged, but you're going to mess around and find out. I'm telling you that you're going to have to put your best foot forward. Everybody don't own their own company. Everybody don't have multiple different sources of income. Everybody don't have somebody else that can carry the majority of the load. I am going to be interested and see how this plays out with all of the women that said that they could take care of themselves. They don't need a 50-50 partner and all of this stuff. Everything is going to come home to roost, because eventually you're going to have to show up and show out, or you're going to be left out in the cold and you're going to be exposed. But tell between, two different experiences. One is feeling privileged. The other one is desperate now. And I think that people are going to have to, they're going to have to separate themselves. They're going to have to pay the piper, and no more being content. You got to show up and you got to show out. Let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. All of that entitlement, it's over.